Hello and welcome to Graceful Connections. This is a special call, live intuitive readings to support your illuminated claircognizance. I'm Sophie Bidard, host and co-creator of Graceful Connections, along with Crystal Hughes, founder of the Academy for the Soul, the online school for intuitive arts. For those of you who don't know me, I'm a master light weaver flowing the purest crystalline light from the great central sun for revelation, liberation, and true self-embodiment. I am passionate about finding and expressing the divine within and guiding others into this experience as well. My signature work is all about clearing karmic entanglements for wisdom, recollection, and radical liberation to set yourself on a whole new, higher vibrational trajectory. I'm delighted to welcome you to this special call. I'll be doing intuitive readings on your claircognizance, your direct download system from divine consciousness, granting you instant knowing beyond all doubt. Of course, when it is operating in the most optimal way. Without its clarity, you are mentally imprisoned, trapped in human logic alone, missing the profound revelations, universal truths, and cosmic intelligence that have the power to solve any problem and reveal your highest path in perfect alignment with divine timing. So to request your reading, to come on the line with me, press *2 on your phone or click raise hand on the webcast, or place your request in the Q&A box on the web and ask what number one insight wants to be revealed about my claircognizance right now. Or simply request a reading, and that's what I will be reading for you. First, let's create a safe, sacred space for our readings with the orb of truth. Take a moment to let go of anything that doesn't serve this present moment. With each breath, feel yourself arriving more fully here. As we set our intentions, may all that flows within our sacred space, be it words, vibrations, energies, serve the highest evolution of our souls and extend outwards in service to all. I invite you to open your heart and your mind to receive all the brilliance that awaits. Activating your connection to the new Earth crystalline grid and to the galactic center, the center of truth. You are perfectly held, both grounded and lifted. You are safe, relaxed, ready, and open to receive. Now I'm calling the orb of truth from the galactic center, the center of truth, and placing the orb of truth around our group, our gathering, each and every one of us. That we be held in the orb of truth and infused with truth all along our time together. And breathe. Beautiful. Now, before we get to our intuitive readings, I would like to share the highlights about intuitive doubt, depleting your claircognizant abilities, your direct download system from divine consciousness. So you may be experiencing intuitive doubt in the form of second guessing every intuitive insight you receive, running mental loops of, am I making this up? Or is this real? Dismissing knowing as mere imagination or wishful thinking, feeling stupid or crazy when you receive divine insights. Requiring logical proof for every spiritual insight. Constantly seeking external validation for inner knowing. Minimizing your spiritual intelligence and wisdom. Comparing your intuitive abilities to others and feeling inadequate. Cutting off divine downloads due to doubt. Filtering or editing spiritual information before receiving it fully. Missing profound insights because they seem too good to be true. Receiving guidance but refusing to act on it. Procrastinating on inspired action due to uncertainty. Avoiding making decisions based on your intuitive knowing. Feeling disconnected from your higher self and your spiritual team. Having a fear of being wrong about spiritual insights. Shame about your intuitive gifts or spiritual experiences. Anxiety when receiving strong intuitive impressions. Frustration at not trusting your own inner wisdom. Dismissing synchronicities as coincidence. Ignoring repeated spiritual messages until crisis forces you into action. All of these slow you down, hold you back, keep you stuck, depleting and blocking your subtle sacred knowing. It is time to liberate yourself from intuitive doubt. So now that we've laid the ground, let's get personal with our intuitive readings. Again, to request your reading, to come on the line with me, press *2 on your phone or click raise hand on the webcast or place your request in the Q&A box on the web and ask what number one insight wants to be revealed about my claircognizance right now. And once again, we have plenty of requests, which is wonderful. So I will do my best to get as many served as possible. But also, if you find a reading for someone else that resonates, that gives you chills, or maybe even triggers you, then that's for you as well. So feel free to collect many readings and many insights, whether they come directly for you, for your request, or for others' requests. In that way, you're going to be maximally supported today. Okay, let's get started with our readings. I'm going to start with the live callers, then go to the Q&A, and then go back and forth. We're going to go first to New York with Danielle. Hello, Danielle. I've unmuted you, Danielle. I cannot hear you. Okay, I hope you can hear me, Danielle. Let me check if in the Q&A there is any message. Okay, Danielle, I can see you posted a request in the Q&A as well. Well, I cannot hear you, but hopefully you can hear me. And okay, let's see. I have another. I can see you here. Let me try something else. I want to try to get you on the line, Danielle. Let me try here. Hello, Danielle.
Hello?
Danielle. Yes, here you are. I can hear you now. Wonderful.
Oh, hello. Can you hear me now?
Yes, absolutely. Welcome, Danielle.
Oh, hello. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Thank you so much for picking me.
Yeah, you're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. So I have been connecting a lot with Mother Earth. I've been walking a lot, and I've been doing the chakra chantings a lot, and praying a lot, reading my Bible a lot, and I was just wondering if there was, any insight that you may have for me, because I am willing to connect, and I do want to connect, and I love connecting, and I'm a very spiritual person. And
Okay.
you would be welcomed.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Danielle. Okay. So within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, what number one insight, Danielle, wants to be revealed about your claircognizance right now? Okay. Oh, okay. I see her like she's all sparkly in your head. Like I feel in your head, like in the space of around the third eye, but not only the third eye, like the whole upper head, right towards the crown. And it's like I see stars blinking, and I feel like, sensations like, oh, there's something going on there, definitely. But what's happening? There's an obstruction in the throat. And what I'm being shown is that your insights that are up there, they're all bubbly, like sparkling water. And it's like blah, 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 blah. But they need to be shared. Now, some of them need to be shared publicly or shared with someone else. Some of them need to be shared if only with yourself, or shared with nature, or shared with animals, or shared with yourself. But they need to come through your throat, which means you need to express them. Now, some of them you need to express vocally, verbally. Some of them you may express by writing or drawing or even dancing, but it's calling the throat chakra that needs to be engaged, which is all about the expression, right? So, because what ends up is that all these bubbly, beautiful bubbles, they end up being stuck in the head, but they need to flow. They want to flow so that more will come, and it's going to be a lively flow. And I'm seeing, a nice stream that you can hear the gentle sound, and it's so beautiful and magical, but only if it flows. If it doesn't flow, you don't hear anything, and the water is stuck, and then it gets stale and it gets all rotted, right? So we don't want to go there. Okay, so it's calling for expression for you. Okay, that makes sense. That resonate, feel good?
Yes, absolutely. I think I'm at that point where I do need to share and get it out and dance. Yes, I totally agree.
So
Thank
if
you.
there's anything that you feel that, any fear or any thing that prevents you from expressing, that's your next step, definitely. And make sure to clear this fear, right? To liberate the flow. It wants to flow out. Okay?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you, Danielle.
Oh,
Very
blessings.
bubbly.
Thank
I
you.
love it. Blessings to you. Bye-bye.
Oh,
Okay. I love the bubbles to begin with. Okay, let's go next. We're going to go next to Vancouver. British Columbia with Helena. Just a second. Helena, I'm unmuting you. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Helena.
Hi.
Welcome. Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
Okay. So, a reading for you, Helena.
Yes, please.
All right. Thank you. So, within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, Helena, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your claircognizance right now? Okay, I'm hearing acceptance, and I'm sensing her. Like there's stuff going on in the upper head as well. Like the everything from if you draw a line at the level of your like just below your eyes and up, right up from this line. Like there's something going on there involving your third eye, your crown chakra, right, your upper mind and everything. There's something going on there, but it's calling for acceptance, for you to accept that you have thoughts and you have mental things going on and you have other things going on that you could call higher thoughts or divine guidance, divine insights, right? And they need to be accepted as their own thing. Like they're something different than your human thoughts, right? And now I'm seeing a door open or a window open. It's more like a door. You need to open the door to them to accept that yes, you have divine guidance, divine insights coming through, and they are different from your human thoughts. So acceptance is the key word for you. Okay, that's what is being called for at the moment. Does that make sense for you, Helena?
It does, yeah, yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Yeah, that's the key word, and there's nothing else. It's so very clear. Acceptance. Okay, so for you, thank you, Helena. Blessings, and for you, Helena, and for Danielle, and for everyone. Please do stay on the line if you like. I'm going to keep doing some readings and then I'm going to share about the workshop we have happening this Thursday when I'm going to be supporting you to clear these obstructions, whatever obstructions are showing up that are depleting your claircognizance. Okay, so once you receive your reading, please do stay on the line so that you discover how I'm here to support you, not only to get your reading today or receive insights through someone else's reading, but also to support you with the clearing, healing, and activation of your illuminated claircognizance. Okay, so with that, let's keep going. We're going somewhere where Nicoletta is located. Hello, Nicoletta.
Hi, hello.
Hi.
Hi, Sophie.
Hello.
Love you. Thank
Lovely
you
to
for
have you on
having
the
me.
line. Yes, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you for being
I
here.
hope I did bought I think I bought the ETHERIC propeller for this Thursday. I would love to
Okay, wonderful.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, definitely. Absolutely. Let's see. Thank you. Let's see for you within the orb of truth. Nicoletta, I ask your higher self, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your claircognizance right now? So she's also showing like, yeah, she's there, she's alive, she's there in the upper head, but the attention is brought to the heart space. And I'm being shown this figure 8 between the heart and the upper head. And what this is calling for is your claircognizance. She's there, she's alive, she's active, but she doesn't want to play alone. She wants to play and dance with your heart. So she wants to connect with your heart and to be in connection, in synergy, in a play, in a dance. And she's like, yeah, she's not really threatening, but she's kind of being like a bit annoyed and impatient. Like, I don't want to do this alone. I don't want to do this alone. Like, oh, if I have to do this alone, she's getting reluctant to keeping going on her own, meaning without the heart. Okay, so for you, it's definitely the next step is really about bringing together this synergy of the higher mind and your connection, your higher connection, your divine insights with your heart. Okay, and having this figure 8 that connects them. How does that sound and feel and look to you, Nicoletta?
Almost each morning I wake up and ask myself, why did I forget to do my heart exercises?
Mm-hmm.
So I will know more about it on Thursday.
Exactly. Okay. Everything is lined up for you, and
Thank you.
you're absolutely on track as always. So wonderful
Thank
to have you on board, Nicoletta. Many blessings to you. Thank you.
To you
Bye-bye.
too. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay. Wonderful. I love it. Everything is lined up. Everything is lined up. Okay, next we're going to Pompano Beach, Florida with Tamara. I'm unmuting you, Tamara. Hello.
Hello,
Hello,
Sophie.
Tamara. Welcome.
So good to talk with you, and I'm grateful as ever. What is my number one insight? Want to my I can't
Cognizance. Yeah, your claircognizance, your clair knowing. Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Tamara. All right. So, within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your claircognizance right now? Okay, we're going for you as well. We're going to the throat, and there's some movement in the upper head showing me that yes, your claircognizance, your clair knowing is there, and she's active to some degree, but the insights are stuck in the throat, meaning whether with voice or otherwise, they need to be expressed. If they are not expressed, then the whole system gets clogged and more insights cannot come. It's like when the bathtub is closed, right? You need to let the water run so that you can have a bath again, right? Or take a shower, right? So it needs to flow. Now, there may be some insights that you can share with others if you have friends who would be open to receive, like using your voice to share would feel good. I'm seeing how it would feel good to your throat to actually speak it. Some of them. Now, this can be, I'm seeing human friends, it can be animal friends, right? And you may have pets, you may not have pets. The birds are ready to listen to you as well, right? There are many, many ways in which you can express to another being. But it's not only, it doesn't all have to be with voice. It can also be journaling, drawing, it can be speaking it to yourself, that you let it be spoken and that you hear yourself saying the words as they come through. Okay, so there's something stuck. Maybe it's a fear. Probably there is some degree of fear of expressing what comes through, of being judged, like, oh, this is ridiculous or what. So you need to choose your audience. Um, Begin with an audience who will be friendly and compassionate to you and open to you and curious about what it is that you have to share, which means it maybe begin with animals or a tree or your plant or whoever, right? But the expression, you need to liberate the expression. That's gonna encourage you. When you feel it flowing out, it's gonna bring more, and it's gonna feel fun and nourishing and lovely. And so that's where it needs to begin. And you're gonna need to clear this fear of expressing those insights, of being judged for those insights. Okay, does that make sense, Tamara?
Oh, it makes so total sense. I just feel so trapped to do so because I'm in a position where my thoughts really, my knowingness does not count in a legal sense. So
Right. So begin where it can be spoken. And in nature, it can be spoken. Nature, nothing, no one in nature will judge you or will stop you. So even if it is to speak to the animals, speak to the plants, the trees, to the crystals, right? Begin there to gain courage and to get the machine of expression, to get it running, and then from there it's going to evolve. Okay, that's your starting point. And your starting point, as you're going to be there on Thursday or with the replay, is you really want to clear this fear of being judged as you express. Okay, that's your number one thing. Okay.
Oh, okay. I thank you very much, Sophie.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Yes.
Thank you. Blessings to you, Tamara. Blessings.
You.
See you on Thursday. Okay, very important. This one resonates, and I'm very grateful to you, Tamara, for bringing this to many. It resonates like, wow, ripples out. So many of us have this fear, and I get even chills as I speak it, have this fear of being judged as we speak the insights, right? Now, what I'm being shown is that there are many ways to do so. The thing is, we need to commit to expressing, because these are divine insights. They are put into our trust. We are entrusted with sharing them, with receiving them, so they will be shared. So we need to do our due diligence, right? But there are ways, there are audiences. We need to be guided. With whom do we share? And how do we share, and when and how, right? But what I'm being shown is there are ways, and I do that very, very often when I'm in an environment who is totally not open to whatever is not the rational thing. I bring something as humoristic, like, oh, what if this? And with people, and then I, giggle. And some people react like, oh, that's funny, or some people are just ignoring it. Some people are, they do whatever, if only they think, oh, well, I'm making a joke or something. It doesn't matter. It was heard, and it was put out there, and then it goes its own way, right? So there are ways to get around the obstacles and the judgment and the filter that, or the stops that others may put. But in order for this to come freely and naturally, we need to liberate ourselves from the fear of being judged. Okay, once the fear from being judged is no longer there, or let's say that our commitment, our dedication to sharing the divine insights is stronger, when our commitment is stronger than the fear, then we do it, and we are so committed to doing it that our higher self is going to bring us the way to do it. right? It may be through humor, as I tend to do in some contexts. It may be through some other ways, through chanting, through singing, through whatever it is, right? Or through just speaking it, right? There are a myriad of ways of doing it. It starts with first recognizing where there's a fear, if we hold this fear, and committing to clearing this fear and committing to getting over it and committing to our gift. Okay, thank you, Tamara, for bringing this little channeled piece for you and for everyone right now. So with that, let's go on. We're going to Bend, Oregon with Jyoti. Hello, Jyoti. Sorry, didn't unmute you, but now I do. Hello, here you are.
Hi, you can hear me?
Hi. Yes, absolutely. Welcome.
I was just able to get on the call, so thank you for doing a reading for me on number one insight for claircognizance.
Thank you. Okay. Within the orb of truth, let me ask your higher self, Jyoti, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your claircognizance right now? Okay, I'm seeing your claircognizance hiding behind your third eye and like pushing your third eye to the forefront and saying, you do it, you go first, and kind of hoping that it will get away with not having to get involved. So like wanting to rely on visions and on visual insight, visual perception. Now, it's great to have visions, but the thing is, we want to have all our clairs operational and ready to kick in whenever is their time to kick in, right? And we want to avoid having one clair hiding behind another. Imagine if in the orchestra the violin was hiding behind the trumpet and saying, oh no, you do it, and expecting the trumpet to play the violin part. That's not going to work, right? We want all of them to play their own part, and actually, ideally, when they work together, especially the claircognizance, the knowing, it works very well hand in hand with other clairs. Like you get a vision, maybe the vision comes first, yes, maybe, but then the knowing needs to kick in and needs to bring clarity, to clarify the vision, to bring meaning to it, right? So having your claircognizance hiding and trying to get away with not getting involved that's not how you want it, okay? So you want to liberate it from this position of hiding behind the vision. How does that sound and feel and look to you, Jyoti?
That sounds good. I will
Sounds good.
look at it. I'll look at it a little bit more, but thank you for pointing that out, and I will notice the way she's hiding.
Okay, and I'm seeing like it's like a child. You would take the little child and get her from behind. She's hiding behind on the scene, right? On the do you call it the scene? Where there's a like a show happening or a theater play.
Yeah, the stage.
Yeah, a scene.
Like the stage.
The stage, yeah, the stage, right? And you want to gently bring her from hiding behind the vision to come to the forefront, like on the same line as the other clairs, but you want to do it gently. And what's her problem? She has fear. Yes, she's like all shaky. She's holding fear. That's why it's not that she has bad temper or something. It's just that she's holding fear, right? And the fear comes from past experiences. that have like past trauma, and it comes, that's typical karmic entanglement. So it's wonderful that you're going to be either on the live or maybe on the replay for Thursday, and you're going to clear this to allow to liberate her and to gently take her hand and take her to the forefront, to the same on the front line along with your other clairs, okay? It's not about pushing her violently, now you go, right? Or being an authority to her, but compassionately, obviously, as you would do, Jyoti. But the fear element was important for you to recognize as well. That's why she's all shaky behind, like, oh, I don't want to go. You go it, you do it, okay?
Yeah, the fear makes more sense along with the trauma fear. That
And
makes more
interesting,
sense.
you know, that illustrates the point that came from previous readings. The fear only came up, the fear element, after I expressed what was coming up first. So the insight that comes through, it works for me as it works for you, right? It's the same for me as it is for you. The insights that come through, they need to be expressed, and that allows for more insights, if there is more, to come through. Okay, that was exactly the illustration of that. I needed to express the description on the stage and the hiding behind, and this allowed to reach to what's going on there, and that's the fear. Okay?
Thank you. That's a good example of how the different clairs work together and how they work. Yeah, thank you for reading for me.
Thank you for bringing this.
This is a great program. Thank you for doing the whole one. I've loved them.
Thank you. Thank you for having joined it. I'm loving it as well. Yeah. So looking forward to Thursday. Thank you, Jyoti. Blessings.
Blessings to you.
All right. Thank you. Okay. All right. Next we have Rachel. Let me unmute you, Rachel. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Rachel. Yes, hello.
Hi. Thank you for choosing me.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So I just wanted to know I've forgotten the phrase that you meant to say, but what's holding my claircognizance back?
Yes, thank you. Okay. Within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, Rachel, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your claircognizance right now? Okay, so I'm seeing her like lying on a bed, and she's tired. She's tired. Yeah, she's tired and weak, and at the same time there's some sensations in the at the level of the power center in solar plexus, like it doesn't feel good, it doesn't feel strong, and so she's lacking power, she's disempowered. And what I'm being shown is it's this weak, she's depleted, she's weak, right? Well, like when you don't have strength in your body, right? And it is due to she's really under the effect of the fear that from the past experiences, from your past lives, in your past timeline, genealogical, maternal, and paternal lines, there were instances, past lives and ancestors' lives, in which there were like channels or people who had inspiration, divine insights, and it didn't always lead to positive outcomes. It could have gotten them into trouble, or it's not always well received, right? When you deliver
Yes,
something that is very
understand.
advanced, right? It's very advanced.
Yeah.
It's not always very welcome by the mainstream, right? So
Mhm.
because of that, she shut down because she got trapped
Mhm.
into the fear. So and to that point that she's just so tired, she's depleted, she doesn't have power, she doesn't have like vitality and life force to herself. So it's really urgent to liberate her from all that fear that belongs to the past, and
Mhm.
not to throw her to go and just get into trouble, but to operate with your higher self and with divine guidance, to be divinely guided to do her thing in a way and in ways that are safe and secure, but yet to do her thing. So to get back on her feet, but to do so in a way that is, I'm seeing like getting around the fear, right? And not
Mhm.
letting the fear just throw her flat on the bed. Okay, so liberation from
Mhm.
fear is a big thing for you, Rachel, and from the karmic entanglements really in past timeline, maternal and paternal line. So I hope you can
Mhm.
join us on Thursday, because that's gonna support you for that. Okay.
Thanks very much. I totally understand. Yeah, I've had many lives where, yeah, that haven't been good because of obviously, other people not accepting your gift or not liking what you say or whatever. But yeah, no, some clearing needs to be done there.
Yeah, and the thing is, how the people handle it is not your thing. Is not your it doesn't have to be your concern. Your concern is your gift, your talent, and the trust that the divine is putting into you with this gift and with those insights, and working with the gift to operate it, and with your higher self to operate it in a way that you speak when it's in divine order to speak, and how it is in divine order to speak. And you speak, actually you express. Maybe it is through speaking, maybe it is not through speaking. There are other ways to express. Okay.
Mhm.
But letting the others and how they handle it, place it in the hands of the divine. Let the divine take care of them as you take care of you and of your gift, and you do it with the divine. Does that make sense?
Yes, very much so.
Okay.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, you're
Many
very
blessings.
welcome. Many blessings to you. Thank you, Rachel. Okay. Very good. Let me take a few from requests from the Q&A, and then I will share about our Thursday workshop so that everybody knows what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. And then we'll do more readings. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go to Minnesota with Annette. Thank you, Annette. Tuning in within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, Annette, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your claircognizance right now? Okay, she's ready. She's there. She's there and ready and alive, but she could be more alive. Like she could be more active. Let's say she is alive, but she could be more active. And it goes to the throat. She needs and she wants her divine insight to be expressed. Again, it may be through speaking, it may be through not speaking but singing, it can be toning, it can be humming, it can be light languaging, it can be other than with the voice. right? It can be sign language, it can be drawing, writing, dancing. In any case, there's a, a demand and expectation from your claircognizance to express or to express more. And if you feel that you're already expressing, maybe it's about expressing more freely or in a greater variety of ways. Like it's like open the windows wide open and let it flow out the way it wants to flow. It doesn't have to be determined or always the same way. It doesn't have to be all in one specific way it is expressed. And if it is what you are doing, then it's calling for a greater variety of modes of expression. And with a greater variety of mode of expression, it opens the windows wide and it's like, wow. And as it opens wide, not only the insights go out into the world, but more when the window is out, is open, what happens is also fresh air comes in, right? So fresh nourishment and fresh new insights, fresh new substance comes in as well. Okay, so it's calling for greater expression, and it may also, yes, it does. There's a fear that restricts your expression. It's the same. These are all karmic entanglements due to past traumatic experiences of having expressed the divine insights in the past lives, genealogical, maternal, and paternal. Okay, so liberating the expression is your liberating and open it wide, and that it flows freely. Okay, flows freely with divine guidance on when and where and how to do it, but to have the free flow take over as opposed to the fear controlling and constricting. Okay, so clearing the fear will allow the free flow. I'm delighted that you will be there on Thursday or on the replay, Annette. Thank you. Blessings. We are going to Germany with Veronique. Thank you, Veronique. Within the Orb of Truth, I ask your higher self, Veronique, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your claircognizance right now? Okay, there's a calling from the heart again to operate the heart with the higher mind and with the claircognizance. It seems that the way it's presenting is that there are some insights that come through your claircognizance that are being dismissed as thoughts and rejected as thoughts, like, oh, no, these are thoughts, this is mind, and we don't want that, because it doesn't pop from the heart directly, right? So it's like a judgment on where does it come from, and if it doesn't come from or through the heart, then it is judged or it is labeled as thought and not recognized and accepted and embraced as divine insights and divine guidance. So clearing this structure of judging and separating and sorting out and rejecting what doesn't come from the heart and through the heart. This needs to be cleared away. Okay, and opening the door to what comes through the higher mind and through the crown and through your claircognizance, and bring it, let it come down, let it come all the way down to be received by the heart and shared with heart and shared through your heart. but allowing the claircognizance to nourish, to feed the heart with insights that come through the higher mind. Okay, I hope this makes sense to you. And if needed, you take it in meditation and let it settle and let it speak to you. Let it speak to your heart, let it speak to your higher mind, and let it come through and let it figure itself out in its own way. And we'll do the clearing on Thursday, Veronique. Thank you. Blessings. All right. We are going to Sacramento, California with Carol. Thank you, Carol. Within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, Carol, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your claircognizance right now. Okay, let's see what's going on there. There's something going on with the ears, the inner ears, so your clairaudience. So it may be that you are primarily clairaudient, or that you want, or that you are looking for clairaudient messages, like you want to hear them, right? And that you're so insisting on hearing that insights that comes through a different way as an instant knowing, that you don't even have the time to hear it, you just know it, right? That these are dismissed. If that, yeah, it's like, it seems that you have, and maybe unconsciously, it may be an unconscious belief that insights have to be heard to be valid. Okay, so you want to explore this, or rather you want, you want to explore, is there something going on there? Can you find, if it is conscious, that's perfect, you're there already. If it is unconscious, you might want to explore it to gain consciousness of it, because that's what your higher self wants you to pay attention to. But what you want to be open to, you want to be open to hearing insights, but also receiving instant knowing without the hearing. Okay, now that being said, you can, if your clairaudience is strong or stronger, then you can use it as a backup to support once you have received a knowing, a divine knowing. You can ask for confirmation, like, did I give me a yes or a no? Can I hear a yes or no? Is it a yes? Is this a divine insight, or is it a no, right? You can use your strength to play with this claircognizance who wants to come. She wants to come to the forefront, but it's like to play with the other clairs, but it's like she's not given space on the stage for her, because the clairaudience is taking or given so much space. So you want to give her space and to play with the others. Okay, so removing this kind of exclusivity or priority or preference for the clairaudience, and giving her a chance, and giving her, meaning your claircognizance, her space on the stage. Okay, and that's what wants to come through. So you're gonna be there also on Thursday or on the replay, and setting this intention before you come to the session. You're gonna allow it to, and you may get, between now and then, you may get some insights, and yes, definitely allow your claircognizance to speak to you. You can talk to her. You can use your clairaudience to uh, interact and allow your claircognizance to express, to speak to you. And then you bring this to the session on Thursday as a priority intention. And then it's gonna unfold itself, okay? And giving your claircognizance the space it deserves on the stage, the space, the role, the place that it deserves. And it's interesting. Thank you, Carol. Blessings. This reading took a more time to be expressed. I'm hearing that it is for many listening. It may be very unconscious for many, because what's happening is that the claircognizance is probably the most subtle, the most difficult to catch or tricky to catch, because with the other senses we have something, even though it is subtle, obviously, we have a vision, or we have an inner sound, inner hearing, or an inner feeling, right? And there's something more palpable that we can recognize. There's some insight coming through our clairvoyance or clairaudience or clairsentience. Whereas with the clair knowing, the claircognizance, it's just there. Suddenly it's there. It wasn't there and then it's there. So it is the least palpable and the most subtle one. And we may be or feel reluctant, like we don't know how to play with it because it is so invisible, inaudible, imperceptible. We don't know how to play with it, deal with it. All we need to do is to set an intention to invite her in the dance, on the stage, and to give her the space, and then to let your higher self orchestrate the four of them together, right? And get out of the position of having set a system where, okay, this one goes, this one shuts down, this is how it goes, and this is how it doesn't go, okay? Having a free flow and letting your higher self orchestrate the free flow for your highest good and the highest good of all, and in divine service. Brilliant. Thank you, Carol. Blessings. I love what came through. This is, yeah, if you had asked me to explain this, I wouldn't have had the words. This is definitely claircognizance at play right now. So thank you, Carol. Blessings. Okay. Next, we are going to New York with Jill. Thank you, Jill. Within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, Jill, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your claircognizance right now. Okay, here we go. I get the visual of the comic book, or the cartoon representation of your, and the sensations as well in my legs, like your claircognizance wants just to run away and is going, with these in the cartoons where the character just runs away and you see their legs are like spiraling and like, and they're just out, right? And it wants to run away. It doesn't feel safe. There's something really calling the attention at the end of spine in the root chakra. And what this says is it doesn't feel safe to use your claircognizance, to embrace your claircognizance, to share the messages, to share the insights, like anything around your claircognizance doesn't feel safe and just run away. She says, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. This is definitely imprint from past trauma in past timeline, maternal and paternal lines. So excellent that you're going to be there on Thursday as well, or on the replay. Your primary focus is to clear she's in terror. She's in terror and she just wants to run away. So clearing this fear due to past traumatic experiences, and clearing the fear in order to allow it to keep going with the metaphor that came through previous readings and sharings and insights, to allow her to dare to show up on the stage. And once she's there with the other Claires, maybe she's gonna be shy, but she's gonna start and she's gonna grow. For now, you need to get her out of this terrified runaway position that she's in, so that she can dare to come on the stage and start playing with the other Claires, and that you start also enjoying her presence and delighting in her presence when poof, suddenly you know something and you handle it, you express it in the way that is relevant and it is in divine guidance. Okay, so that's your focus, Jill, and thank you and blessings. And this may resonate for many others as well. So if it does resonate for you, that's for you as well. Thank you. Okay, we are going next. Let me do one or a couple of more readings, and then I will share about Thursday's workshop. All right, we are going to Switzerland with Sabine. Thank you, Sabine. Tuning in within the orb of truth. I ask your higher self, Sabine, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your claircognizance right now? Okay, so I'm seeing her like she's there, she's alive, she's doing her thing, right? But she's ready. She's ready and she's not ready. Like she's ready and she's reluctant. Let's put it this way. There's a significant upgrade of your claircognizance that's called for, that's kind of demanded, that's ready. Your being is ready. It is time, right? But there's a fear. It doesn't feel safe. The root chakra is pulsating. This signal is like red light pulsating. It's not safe. It's not safe. Let's not go there. So there's a reluctance in your being. There's a reluctance to embracing the upgrade, and it is a significant upgrade of your claircognizance, but there's nothing you need to do to get this upgrade other than accepting it, allowing it, embracing it, welcoming it, meaning clearing the fear of it, through clearing the reluctance and the fear that is associated with it. And the fear is rooted in past experiences in your past timeline, maternal, paternal line. These are karmic entanglements that are preventing these upgrades, this significant upgrade from happening. It will happen naturally the moment the fear is no longer holding back. Okay, so that's what is being shown for you, Sabine. Thank you and blessings. All right, welcome back to more readings. There are many more requests, so I will want to do. Carol writes, thank you, Sophie. She's so compassionately bringing her forward to sing in the chorus. Love it. Yes, absolutely. I love the metaphor as well. I love the metaphor. And see, that's Claire voyance and claircognizance operating, giving me a visual representation, and the claircognizance brings meaning to it, right? And profound meaning to it. So, yes, we'll come back for more readings. For now, I want to share how I'm here to support you with liberating yourself from intuitive doubt and all the different ways in which it is showing up for you. So I've been inspired to create a whole series of live sessions for clearing, healing, and activation of your clair senses, the Etheric Propeller for Divine Intuition series. So to follow me as I share about it on the webcast and replay page, you have a link at the button. Click to discover the Etheric Propeller for Illuminated Claircognizance, or go to gracefulconnections.com/propeller claircognizance, all in one word, gracefulconnections.com/propeller claircognizance. So during this live workshop happening this Thursday, August 28th at 9 a.m. Pacific, we will come together to clear and heal your karmic entanglements of intuitive doubt, and then proceed to the activation of illuminated claircognizance. We'll start with creating your safe, sacred space of the crystalline chamber of light, where you will receive your orb of illuminated claircognizance, powered by the EI, the etheric intelligence, to clear the karmic entanglements of intuitive doubt with the elemental clover of light protocol, clearing in your physical, emotional, mental, spiritual bodies at the level of your aura, your past timeline, your genealogical maternal and paternal lines, and your future lifeline. Yes, we'll engage the earth elementals for the clearing and healing of intuitive doubt in your physical body, the water elementals for your emotional body, air elementals for your mental body, and fire elementals for your spiritual body. And in each body, we're clearing and healing at the level of your aura, past timeline, genealogical maternal and paternal lines, and future lifeline. And then we'll proceed to the activation of illuminated claircognizance with DNA light language codes and the transmission of pure source light from the great central sun to fill in and nourish your physical, emotional, mental, spiritual bodies with the light of truth, revealing the wisdom and guidance of illuminated claircognizance. And we'll complete with your ethereal frequency attunement mantra for illuminated claircognizance. You'll use your mantra on a daily basis to access and tap into the frequency of illuminated claircognizance, a divinely inspired, guided, and supported gift of subtle inner knowing, activating your sacred mind to receive instant divine downloads and insights, gaining illuminated understanding with unwavering trust. So to prepare and support your clearing, healing, and activation session, you'll receive a PDF guide containing all the details and guidance that you need for your session preparation to gain the greatest possible outcomes in the smoothest possible way, for your clearing, healing, and activation session with your personal orb of illuminated claircognizance, and your ethereal frequency attunement mantra. So I hope you will seize this brand new opportunity to upgrade your claircognizance to unprecedented levels with the power of the EI, the etheric intelligence. So get your etheric propeller for illuminated claircognizance. Click on the button or the link on the webcast and replay page, or go to gracefulconnections.com/propeller claircognizance. And I also want to bring to your attention the Etheric Propeller Series bundle, Divine Intuition Liberation, which includes this session, Etheric Propeller for Illuminated Claircognizance, plus another 3 Etheric Propellers for Crystalline Clairaudience, for Radiant Clairvoyance, for Awakened Clairsentience. You definitely want to consider this bundle that comes with a very special price and really amazing value. If you're looking for deep and systematic healing, clearing, and activations for full spectrum intuitive mastery, this is for you. You have the link on your webcast and replay page, or go to gracefulconnections.com/propellerintuition in one word, gracefulconnections.com/propellerintuition, all attached. All right, so now that it is all clear what we're going to do on Thursday, how we're going to do it, let's keep going with the readings. So let's see where we are going next. We are going to Peterborough, Ontario with Teresa. Thank you, Teresa. Within the Orb of Truth, I ask your higher self, Teresa, what number 1 insight wants to be revealed about your claircognizance right now? Okay, she's showing me that she's dormant. She's kind of pouting. She's not totally dormant in the sense that she's awake. She's showing me that she's pouting. She's not asleep totally, but she's pouting, and she's like she's dormant, like she's inactive. She's pouting, and that's because the insights, that when she's active, the insights are not being expressed. They are stuck in the throat. And now she's like, okay, if what I bring is not to be expressed, I'm not playing anymore. I'm not doing that. Okay? So we are back to this situation of the need for expression that came through different previous readings, and the obstructed expression being due to fear that is due to the imprints of past traumatic experiences. Though these are karmic entanglements, you want to liberate yourself to be free to express. Oh, that now I get tears in my eyes. Like there is so much beauty that is ready to come through in the nature of what insights can come through, but also in the way it can be expressed. It may be through words, it may be through song or sound. Whether it's the substance or the way that it is to be expressed, there is so much beauty, and it just needs to come out. So for you, Teresa, it's really a priority. Like she's demanding. Your claircognizance is demanding that you do whatever it takes to reclaim the free expression of what she's ready to bring. She will stop pouting and start playing when she can trust that you will start expressing. Okay? For that, the fear needs to be, and the karmic entanglements need to be cleared. And that the way be free and just let it out with the guidance of your higher self. Okay? So I hope you'll join us on Thursday. Teresa, blessings. Thank you. All right. Next, we're going to Australia with Madison. Thank you, Madison. Tuning in. Within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self, Madison, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your claircognizance right now? So my attention is brought to the chest and the heart center, and there's a heaviness there, like there's a heavy burden of sadness, and it really takes over. It's at the forefront. And what I'm perceiving is that behind this sadness is your claircognizance being dismissed, probably is the right word. Like she's not invited. She's not invited at the table. She's not invited on the stage. And for the reasons that came through previous readings, right? Fear, imprint of past experiences, karmic entanglements rooted in past timeline, maternal and paternal lines. But for you, what's so specific is how the unused potential of your claircognizance generates such a heaviness in your heart. Like your heart is so sad, so sad. I mean, your heart, your whole being actually is so sad, but it expresses as a heaviness in your heart. And you may be wondering what is so heavy in your heart. Now, there may be other things that are heavy in your heart, but this is one. This is definitely one, because it feels wow. And it is one that is ready to be taken care, that is ready and kind of screaming, like, get this heaviness out of your heart. To do so, you need to liberate your claircognizance to allow her, to give her a seat at the table, to give her access to the stage, to continue with the metaphor that came previously, okay? This will be such a unburdening of your heart, and then as your claircognizance kicks in, she starts to contribute. She has so much to contribute. And it's going to benefit your heart in different ways as well, okay? So that is what is showing up for you, Madison. I hope you join us on Thursday, and thank you, Madison. Blessings. All right. We are going to Sonderborg with Peter. Thank you, Peter. Within the orb of truth, Peter, I asked your higher self what number one insight wants to be revealed about your claircognizance right now. Okay, there's a stab in the back. There's a stab in the back. That's an imprint. There has been occasions in your past timeline, maternal and paternal lines, where your gifts and your ancestors' gifts of claircognizance were used either against you or against your ancestors, or used against the people, or, manipulated. And so betrayal. And it generated like a shutting down, a decision of if the purity of this gift and of these insights is to be either used against me or against the highest good, then I'd rather not. I don't want to do it. I shut it down. Right? It's a protective and defense mechanism. That's the best way you could handle it at the time. Now is the time to liberate yourself from this decision to shut it down and to reclaim the gift, but use the gift with your higher self to guide you to operate the gift in ways that are safe for you and that are in pure alignment with your highest good and the highest good of all. And again, this came for another reading previously. What others do with the insights that you share, leave it to the divine to take care of it. You need to work with your higher self to allow your gift to be operational, to allow the insights to be shared freely in the way that is guided for your highest good and the highest good of all, which means you are protected and you are guided to do things in a way and in ways and time and space and manner that keep you safe, protect you, escalate the stab in the back, but let the divine take care of the outcomes for others. Okay? So it's time to rise again in the gift and to liberate the imprint, the karmic entanglements. Okay, so I hope as well for you, Peter, that you will join us on Thursday or join us on the replay if you can't be on the live call. Okay, thank you, Peter. Blessings. All right, let me take a drink of water. I'm doing a lot of speaking today, obviously. Doing readings. See, it needs to be expressed. It is expressed. Let's keep rolling. Let's go to drums with Anita. Thank you, Anita. Tuning in. Within the orb of truth, Anita, I ask your higher self, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your claircognizance right now? Okay, two things. There's again this thing in the throat. So that came through many readings. So that's obviously one major obstruction, right? Is when the insights are not expressed freely, then the claircognizance gets clogged or refuses to operate or goes dormant or runs away, right? But and this is based in fear that is rooted in the past. These are karmic entanglements. But what is being shown to me significantly is that when you clear these karmic entanglements and liberate your claircognizance and free expression, free and safe, guided, highest good of all, your highest good, free expression of the insights, there's a special connection between your claircognizance and your clairvoyance that wants to come, like these two, like two little children who love each other so much and they want to play together and they just can't wait for their play date. Well, that's your clairvoyance and claircognizance. They have such synergy to bring together. But for that, your claircognizance needs to come to the play date, right? Otherwise, your clairvoyance is on her own to do her thing, that she would play with your claircognizance. There's something very special to the tandem that which still allows your claircognizance to play with your other clairs, but for you, there's something special. Or maybe it's something of the moment, right? Maybe it's a phase, but that's what is being shown, that there's something that wants to click between your clairvoyance and claircognizance that is such a synergy, and they can't wait to come together. But for now, it is being blocked, and I hope as well you will join us on Thursday, Anita. Thank you. And then there's so much play. I love that it is so playful and so joyful, right? Yeah. Beautiful. Thank you, Anita. Blessings. All right. We're going to Walnut Creek with Lyubov. Thank you, Lyubov. Let's tune in within the orb of truth. I ask your higher self, Lyubov, what number one insight wants to be revealed about your claircognizance right now? Oh, she's terrified. She's terrified, like she's, when she's cornered, she's in the room, but she's trying to hide. There's nowhere to hide, so she's just like all gathered in the corner, trying to disappear, trying to not be noticed and not be called on, not get involved. There's strong sensations in the root chakra pulsating, like not feeling safe. It doesn't feel safe to, your claircognizance doesn't feel safe. It doesn't feel safe to call on her. Karmic entanglements, past imprints from past traumatic experiences. This is so typical, right? And things that happened in your past lives, in your ancestors' lives, that were so traumatic that just terrified the claircognizance and left her in a freeze. Let's not move, let's not be noticed, let's hope not to be called on, and let's just, if we could disappear, that would be great. But as we can't, let's just freeze, right? She's in freeze. So you want to liberate her from this fear, from the imprints, from these karmic entanglements. Okay? I hope you join us also on Thursday. Thank you, Lyubov. Blessings. All right. Let's keep going a little bit. I think we start to really notice. Anita from Drum says, thank you, very interesting. Yes, thank you. It is very interesting. There are really kind of trends, right, and typical messages, insights. Fear, trapped in the past, the imprints from past experiences, trapped in karmic entanglements. This is what is going on for so many of your claircognizances. So I'm going to keep doing a few more readings and then we'll wrap it up, because we are kind of running into kind of the same insights that are coming through. So let's see. We're gonna go to Vancouver with Alicia. Thank you, Alicia. Within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self what number one insight wants to be revealed about your claircognizance. Okay, two things, two steps. The fear is present, and the fear that we have talked so many times about in the previous readings, the fear prevents the expression. The throat chakra is like all stuck. And then that prevents the flow of the claircognizance to be liberated, to flow freely. There's such a desire of the heart, of your heart, like your heart is waiting for your claircognizance to kick in, because there's something, I don't even get to it doesn't reveal itself fully, but it gives me where the clarity is that there is so much beauty and nourishment for your heart when your claircognizance is going to be freed. It's going to operate with your heart in a way that is just wow. And it is wow, it is mind-blowing, but it is also heart-blowing. So for you, there's a tandem. The tandem is between your higher mind and those subtle insights of claircognizance and your heart. And for this tandem to be effective and operational, obviously it needs the two components, and for now one is missing, and it's missing again out of fear and that things are not being expressed. Okay, so clearing the karmic entanglements, opening the flow of expression, even if in a timid way at the beginning, it doesn't matter. Start where you are. Once you've cleared the fear, start where you are. If you whisper, whisper, and then grow from there. It's a matter of getting over the fear, not in a violent way, but in a way that you clear it enough that your commitment to your gift and to the divine and to serving the divine and the divine service is stronger and more powerful than the fear, and allows you to get over and to get through and to get started. Once you get started, even in a whispering way, then it grows and it grows and it grows. And that's all that it wants. It wants to get started and grow. Okay. Thank you, Alicia. Blessings. I love what came through for your heart and with your heart. So I hope also you join us on Thursday. Thank you, Alicia. Blessings. We're going next to Montrose with Judy. Thank you, Judy. Tuning in. Within the orb of truth, I ask your higher self what number one insight wants to be revealed about your claircognizance right now, Judy. Okay, we're back to the throat, but it goes into the mouth. So it's the same phenomenon that we've talked so many times about, of the fear due to imprints of past traumatic experiences in past timeline, maternal and paternal line, generating the fear of expressing, preventing the expression that obstructs, right, the throat chakra. But what's going on in the mouth is that what I'm let me find the words, because it's coming through sensations, so I need to put words on what the sensations want to express. It's like the words or the substance the insights that want to be expressed, they're almost expressed, like they are no longer so much stuck in your throat. They make their way to your mouth, they're ready to go out, but yet they are not flowing. So you may find that you want to speak the insights or to share them, and then you go right, or you're speechless suddenly, or you just can't find the words, right? So you're almost there, but yet it's not there, right? It's almost free, but it's not free. And well, you're free or you're not free. There's no I'm a little bit free, right? It's expressed or it's not. Now again, it may be through expression, like vocal expression. It may be writing, drawing, whatever is the form of expression. What it's saying is that it's almost there, but it's not there. There's still some fear that is holding back. And you feel ready. So it may create frustration that you feel I don't know if you feel ready. You are very committed. You want it, and you want it so much that there may be frustration in how come I can't get it through when I want it so much. Well, because there is some fear, there is some unconscious fear still remaining that is sabotaging you. Like at the moment the words would come out of your mouth, then suddenly nothing meaningful comes out, right? And again, it could be writing also, or painting, or whatever. Okay, so and there's some unconscious limitations and holding back. Okay, so still some karmic entanglements, you want to clear them, that then allow the free flow. Once the free flow is allowed, then claircognizance starts to dance and play freely as well. Okay, so that's what is showing up for you, Judy. Thank you. Blessings. I hope you join us as well. Well, I'm going to tell you, I hope everyone joins on Thursday. These workshops are so amazing, so powerful, and they take you where you are and where your clair senses are. They will get you to the next level, and then you have the replay. You can use it again. You can do an intensive at the moment if you feel like upgrading significantly, or you can come back to it in a month or 3 months or 6 months or whenever. You will have the replays to keep working, or to come back to it later if you want. In any case, yes, as our readings are kind of repeating themselves, it's just another version pretty much of the same, right, that is coming through. I hope that you will all agree with that, I suppose. So whether or not you've received your own intuitive reading or picked up insight from someone else's reading, I hope at this point that it is clear how I can support you to liberate yourself from your intuitive doubt. Let me wrap up the special offer. Click on the button or the link on the webcast or replay page, or go to gracefulconnections.com/propeller claircognizance for the etheric propeller for illuminated claircognizance. The clearing, healing, and activation session live on Thursday, August 28th at 9 a.m. Pacific, plus the replay. Are you ready for illuminated claircognizance? A divinely inspired, guided, and supported gift of subtle inner knowing. Activating your sacred mind to receive instant divine downloads and insights, gaining illuminated understanding with unwavering trust. So get your etheric propeller for illuminated claircognizance. And also, I remind you of the Etheric Propeller series bundle, Divine Intuition Liberation, which includes this session, Etheric Propeller for Illuminated Claircognizance, plus another 3 Etheric Propellers for Crystalline Clairaudience, Radiant Clairvoyance, and Awakened Clairsentience. It is a great price, amazing value for full spectrum intuitive mastery. So you have the link on your webcast and replay page, or go to gracefulconnections.com/propellerintuition. Now let's take a moment to be present once again to the orb of truth, allowing it to remain there, holding us for as long as it serves our highest good, our evolution, and the highest good of all. And I'm closing now by giving gratitude to each and every one of you. Thank you for answering yes to the calling of truth and the calling of your illuminated claircognizance to be embraced and modeled for others. Gratitude to the orb of truth for providing a safe, sacred space for our gathering and intuitive readings today. Gratitude to our higher selves and all the higher beings who guide, support, and protect us. And gratitude to the divine. Thank you. Until we meet again as soon as this Thursday for our live Etheric Propeller for Illuminated Claircognizance session. Make sure to sign up now so you will have time to prepare, to optimize your session, gaining the greatest possible outcomes in the smoothest possible way. Until then, many graceful blessings to you all. Thank you, everyone, and goodbye now.